So we say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. And welcome back to the coverage of the Queen's Grace Jackson track meet, the 20th staging here at the Stadium East Sports Complex. We've had the running of the 400 meters classes 4, 3, 2, 1, and clubs and institution women on the ladies' side. And we'll be continuing with the ladies up to approximately 12:30 thereabout. And then at about 1 o'clock, at about 1:10, 1:20, we'll be having the men. And given the COVID-19 protocols that are in place under the Disaster Risk Management Act put on by the government, it is necessary that the organizers of these meets keep limited participants, which includes officials and their coaches, keep everyone at a minimum, hence the men not running at the same time as the ladies. So now this is section 9, and into the straightaway we look to Graham of Mount Alvernia. That is Kaylee Graham learning the order of lane 2, and she will lead them home. So Kaylee Graham of Mount Alvernia, 28:01, her flash time to take section 9 of the girls class 4 200 meters event. 28:01 the flash time. So Graham 28:01 the winner, and looking on the board, second in the event would have been Bailey 28:33. But some good running so far this morning. Some good running so far this morning here at the Queen's Grace Jackson track meet. Interestingly, this meet is a qualifier for the annual Boys and Girls Athletics Championship. We say good morning to Anik Brown, who is part of the organizing committee of the Queen's Grace Jackson track meet. We ourselves have been working extremely hard, and this is not an interview that was planned. Good morning, Anik. Welcome to StrideVisionTV.
Good morning. Good morning.
The 20th staging, what exactly was planned going into this, the big one?
Wow, what was planned? Lots of things. We had some COVID protocols that we have to adhere to. We had to ensure that we have all those things in place, some applications to complete to get approval from the varied stakeholder ministries. And just personal appeal to sponsors, because it's been a rough year since the COVID-19 pandemic. And so we have been having a challenge in terms of sponsorship, but we want to thank the sponsors that were able to come on board, including Stride Vision, Grace Kennedy, Wisinco. Wow.
So much.
So many. So few.
Yeah. well, compared to previous years, because I think the last time the Queen's Grace Jackson track meet was staged was in 2020, just before the pandemic.
That's correct.
Right. And so that's the last time I would have seen you and persons were members of the organizing committee. I saw Olive McNaughton recently, though. But in terms of challenges to host this one with the disaster risk management, trouble with sponsors, as you had mentioned earlier on, how satisfied are you that we're on?
As the chairperson, I'm really happy that we are on. Last year we were not able to have the meet, as you shared, because of the pandemic. We're still in the pandemic, but we're able to come with a different perspective, and we were able to get clarity on what we needed to do in terms of the protocols and stuff. So it is a relief to actually be able to still help the athletes to get their qualifying times and to continue to go down in the history books as the only female high school to actually host track and field development meet here in Jamaica.
Look at that. That's the voice of the chairperson of the organizing committee, Anik Brown, of course a past student of the Queen's School, and she just shared the history of the meet itself, 20 years in the making. and is so happy that we are having the meet today. Two more questions before you run. For this year, the meet is a qualifier for the annual Boys and Girls Athletics Championship, as we know.
That is correct.
What's the invitation, or what's the numbers looking like? Better phrase question in terms of the participants on both the boys and the girls side.
Well, we have a good set of students from the respective high schools across Jamaica. The top high school for boys are here. The top high school for girls are also registered. Right now we have the girls on the track and on the field. The boys will come in the afternoon. Usually before the COVID-19 pandemic, we'd have a little over 2,000 athletes.
Wow.
Presently we have close to 1,000 athletes registered this year, so we are grateful.
Indeed. And the last question before you run is that the projection for the meet going forward, barring any unforeseen circumstances with Omicron or anything else to come, I know you're holding fate to continue next year, right?
That is the plan, that is the desire, that is the intention.
Thanks so much again. Annick Brown, we'll talk again. Thanks again.
All right, no problem. Thank you for having me.
So that's the chairperson of the organizing committee of the Queen's Grace Jackson track meet, Annick Brown, giving us her perspective as to how the plan went to put the meet together, and also to how difficult it was to secure sponsorship in a time when sponsorship dollars virtually dried up. Saying good morning as well to Robert Bailey, a sports writer from the Gleaner, my good friend. We traveled to Liverpool, it was in 2019, at the World Netball Championship, where the Sunshine Girls, well, in fact, Robert wearing his event jersey from the same year. This was not the official jersey for the Sunshine Girls, but it was for the championship overall, yes. Souvenir jersey, yes. And we shared some good moments in Liverpool, myself and Robert Bailey. The Sunshine Girls unceremoniously though finished, I think it was 5th. Wow. One of the lowest finish for the Sunshine Girls at a World Championship. My gosh. And hoping better luck. Hoping for better results going forward. So you're watching live action from the Queen's Grace Jackson track meet at the Stadium East complex. And the meet itself, of course, as we had said before, is a qualifier for the annual Boys and Girls Athletics Championship to be staged at the National Stadium in April. And looking at your screen, now this is Class 3 girls, 200 meters, and that is Ellis of St. Catherine as 26:40, the flash time for Ellis, with Hales and Arding finishing, well, Gillette 26:73 getting second place. And looking back at the instant replay, Ellis running there for St. Catherine out of lane 1, really showing great form so early in the season, having won, I believe, at the JC track meet some 3 weeks ago. But 26:40, the time rounded down to. As the results will flash one more time with Gillette 26:73 and Spence 27:41 finishing in third place. So later on we'll have the Class 2 girls who will be running, and we'll give you the lineup for the next section of this, the Class 3 girls, in just a bit. It was Shantina, let me just double check that. It was Akilia Ellis of St. Catherine, the winner of the previous heat in 26.40 seconds. But now we look now to Section 3, So Jackson of Excelsior, Alea Jackson of Excelsior leading them home in this one. Good run, 26-62. The flash time for Jackson of Excelsior. 26-65 the winning time for Alea Jackson of Excelsior. And second in the event was Shanicia Smith of the Chancia Smith of the Queen's School. And let me double check that. Seemed to be the athlete of Vera Mika Morrison would have finished second, 27-07. So again. So it was Morrison of Vera Technical that finished second. Amika Morrison of Vera Technical who finished second, 27-07. The winner, Alea Jackson of Excelsior, 26-65. So now we give you the draw for lanes for section 4. In lane 1, Alia Malcolm Wilmers. In lane 2, Tiana Oliver, Vera Technical. In lane 3, Pashana Lee Blake of San Diego. In lane 4, Sabrina Sutherland of Front Court. In lane 5, Kellyanne Carr, Edwin Allen. Lane 6, Jani Blackwood, the Queens. Lane 7, Tony and Blair, St. Catherine. And in lane 8, Shani McGowan of Mona. Shani McGowan of Mona running out of lane 8. So section 4 are the girls class 3 200 meters. This is the Queen's Grace Jackson track meet. And in the event you're just joining us, we say good morning, good afternoon, good evening or good night. In whatever geographic zone you're watching StrideVisionTV. After a late start, and we do apologize. Had some difficulties earlier on, but that now has been sorted out. Away they go. First time of asking. We look to the athlete of St. Catherine, Tony and Blair, but also to Edwin Allen's car. And in the middle of the track, Vera Technical's Tiana Oliver looking strong. Oliver running out of lane 3, coming through now. So Tashana Lee Blake of San Diego coming through. And not Oliver, as we had said before. Pashana Lee Blake of San Diego winning that one in the flash time, 26. We'll see the flash time in just a bit. 25.99. So 25.99 for Blake. So make that 25.99 the winning time for Pashana Lee Blake of San Diego. We'll move now to Heat 5, and we'll give you the draw for lane in just a bit. So Heat 5 of the girls class 3 200 meters. In lane 1, Kimon Dyer of Lacovia. Running out of lane 2, Angel Robinson of Edwin Allen. Lane 3 is Tame Wright Jarrett, and she was representing Mona High School. In lane 4, Michaela Morrison of the Queen's School. In lane 5, Shante Price of Excelsior. Bridgeport's Pazania Johnson runs out of lane 6. In lane 7, Rihanna Fox of Mannings. And from the Queen's School, Brianna Daly running out of lane 8. So again, it's Kimon Dyer of Lacovia, Angel Robinson of Edwin Allen, And away they go, and we look to Angel Robinson of Edwin Allen, who steps on the gas immediately. At least 150 meters to go, and Robinson asserts herself off the corner, running there out of lane 2, virtually leaving everyone in her wake. She might get a little challenge, but maybe not today. Just under 50 meters to run. And Angel Robinson of Edwin Allen leans towards the line, 25.96, the flash time. And finishing second from our vantage point is right of Mona. But it was a good run that time by Robinson of Edwin Allen. So 25.96 for Robinson and Wright 27.73. So we'll give you the full results now. So the winner was Angel Robinson of Edwin Allen, 25.96. Second was Jarrett Wright of Mona, 27.65. And third was Shante Price of Excelsior, in a time of 28.34. So we move now to section 6 of the girls, class 3, 200 meters. In lane 1, Brianna Cross, very technical. In lane 2, Kenya Smith, Edwin Allen. The Queens, Lee Ann Johnson, runs out of lane 3. Vidita Vidal of Mount Alverna runs out of lane 4. In lane 5, Rihanna Chambers, St. Catherine. Lane 6, Selena Morrison, the Queen School. Kiara Smith runs out of lane 7, representing William Knibb. And from US Circle, coached by Michael Carr, Wilmer's Girls, Daniel Campbell running out of lane 8. So they're called to their marks. The action is on StrideVisionTV. And if you're joining us, we say good morning to you in some sections of the world, or good afternoon, wherever you are. And immediately stepping on the gas there out of lane 2 is Kenya Smith of Edwin Allen. But on our outside from St. Catherine, Rihanna Chambers. Chambers of St. Catherine, the leading athlete at the moment. And gone second is Kenya Smith, but no catching Chambers today. 26.48, the flash time for Chambers of St. Catherine, your winner. And we wait 26.49. So looking on the board again, Chambers 26.49 and Smith 28.33 and Cross 29.03, and Cross representing Mona. And looking at it again, so the athlete of St. Catherine way out in front here as you look at the replay, by at least a 6-7 meters advantage. Chambers it is, 26.49, the winner of St. Catherine. So we stand by now as we go into looking at Heat 7, and we'll give you the lineup in just a bit. So many persons would be tracking all coverage of the track meets. I mean, it has been an hectic season so far, and we certainly have been happy to bring the action and the results to you, starting with the JC track meet some weeks ago. This is 7. Charlotte Bell, lane 1, representing Mount Verlia. Tavia Pinnock, lane 2, Bridgeport. Shante Powell, the Queen's School, running there out of lane 3. And Descartes Ryan Stern, Alicia Ryan Stern, representing Descartes out of lane 4. But so the winning time, the flash time 26:13. So Tony and Allen of Edwin Allen gets the victory, 26.12 seconds. So Tony and Allen of Edwin Allen, your winner, 26.12, and Bell, 26.14 seconds, finishing in second place. That is Charlotte Bell of Mount Alvernia. We have some results for you of events that took place earlier on this morning. So Heat 4 was won by Pasha Blake, 25.69, the fastest time so far. We make a note of that. And here is Michaelan Lindo, who's certainly improving every week and running away from them. Michaelan Lindo of St. Catherine, 25.60 seconds. And that's a promising time. And Lindo have been running well all season. Saw her at the Calabar meet last year, and she won her heat. And saw her 2 weeks before that, and she won her heat as well at Jamaica College. And St. Catherine, of course, showing great promise. Linda being one of them, also to Chambers, winning the heat before in 26.49 seconds. That is Rihanna Chambers. Akila Ellis won in the same class, 26.40 seconds. So 25.90 seconds for Lindo. So we'll give you now the draw for lanes as we go now into section 9 of the girls class 4 event. In lane 1, Azir Lawrence of York Castle. In lane 2, Dania Whittingham, the Queens. In lane 3, Ciara Pennycook, Rossies. Lane 4, Jada Washington, Bridgeport. Representing Mona, running out of lane 5, it is Kalia Anderson. In lane 6, Deandra Harris of Spot Valley. Representing Kingston Technical High School, a school attended by Muta Baruka. Shinia Walker running there out of lane 7. And in lane 8, Kalia Brown of Edwin Allen. So they come into the straightaway, and Spot Valley's Deandra Harris looking smooth, pumping her arms and winning this one. And the second out of lane 8 would be Akilia Brown of Edwin Allen, and from the Queen's School, Dania Whittingham, who might have grabbed the third place. But everything at the instant replay, thanks to our hard-working team. So this is the replay as we look at the athlete there of Spot Valley, Harris. Good victory for her. 26.47 her flash time, but she got 26.48 as the winning time. And 27:59, the athlete Akelia Brown, who ran out of lane 8, representing Edwin Allen. So the Currifta Games to be staged in Jamaica in April. And of course, many of the performances from this meet will go towards qualification for champs. And by champs come around, the athletes should be running faster. These development meets, though, are important to be logged in the books of the coaches who themselves are looking at the best prospects to take to champs. As obviously many of the schools on the girls' side would want to challenge Edwin Allen, coached by Michael Dyke, who are the defending champions back there in 2019 before the pandemic. 2020, nothing took place. And then last year in 2021, Edwin Allen won it on the girls' side, and Jamaica College did likewise on the boys' side. So many of the schools will be pushing to topple those two schools. If that will transpire remains to be seen. So now we're on the last section of them all in this, the girls' class 3, 200 meters, and Woolmer's Tiana Marshall, the winner there. Tiana Marshall winning in 26.10 the flash time. Tiana Marshall's official time, 26.11 now for Marshall. And Harris and looking at it, it was Harris of Excelsior. And Chanel Cole of Spat Valley. She finished third in a time of 27:39. So Tiana Marshall, the winner of Woolmer's, 26.11 seconds. Second in the event was Kayla Harris Excelsior, 27:26. And third, Chanel Cole of Spat Valley, 27:39. So we move now to the Class 2 girls. And this is the Class 2 girls 200 meters. In lane 1, Michaela Gardner-Wilmers. In lane 2, Ray Ania Williams of Vera Technical. In lane 3, Vernes Nelson Lacovia. Lane 4, Sienna Gay Leslie St. Jago. Running out of lane 5, Kamaria Knight, St. Catherine, representing it, Edwin Allen. And running out of lane 6 is Tonian Forbes. In lane 7, Alexia Austin of Glengoff. And from the far east in Portland of Titchfield, Paris Brown, running out of lane 8. So first time I'm asking, and we look now to the athlete of Edwin Allen. They're running out of lane 6. That is Cooper, Alvanisa Cooper of Edwin Allen. But also to tracking on the inside, keep your eye on Spot Valley's Chanel Cole. So that is Michaela Gardner of Woolmer's, the winner. I was giving you the lineup for the previous heat, which would have been in Class 3. Beg pardon. Correction, it is Gardner, the winner of Woolmer's. So Gardner Woolmer's, your winner, in a time of... as you look at the replay, Gardner there of Woolmer's running there at lane 1, 24.95. And Forbes 25.41. And Knight 26.11. So we'll give you the official results in just a bit, as the results are coming in thick and fast. So it is Kamara Knight. Just getting the clarification on it. Kamara Knight, it is of St. Catherine, who would finish third in 26.11 seconds. Second, Tony and Forbes. And Tony and Forbes representing Edwin Allen, 25.44, who finish in second place. And the winner, Michaela Gardner of Woolmers, 24.95. So the next lineup sees in lane 1, Adicia McCarthy of Alphonsus Davis. In lane 2, Kalia Murray of Rhodes Hall. Woolmer's Mika Mohan runs out of lane 3. In lane 4, Rashika Byfield Lakovia. In lane 5, Rochelle Glasgow Ferncourt. In lane 6, Karina Gale. Mount Alvernia, St. Catherine's Casey and Johnson running out of lane 7. And in lane 8, Excelsior's Omarion Constable. Away they go. First time of asking. And the athlete of Woolmer's looking smooth so far. That is Mohan. And Mohan runs out of lane 3. She leads them coming off the corner on a slight advantage to Lakovia's Byfield, who is slightly in front. So Byfield, but also Ferncourt's Rochelle Glasgow it is. Rochelle Glasgow of Ferncourt will have to settle for second place as Woolmer's Mika Mohan, 26.85 the flash time for Mohan, 26.87 the time rounded down to now. So Mika Mohan of Woolmers, 26.87 the winner, finishing in a second place. As we look back at the replay, the athlete Glasgow was leading at this stage, but had to settle for second place. And Gale, 27.48, finished third. So it was Glasgow who finished second. That is Rochelle Glasgow of Ferncourt, 27.06. And the winner, Mika Mohan of Woolmers, 26.87. We're standing by now to move to another sections as the event's running off really fast here at the Queen's Grace Jackson Track Meet, Kingston's National Stadium. And we say good morning to you, or good night, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Saying good afternoon, of course, to, or saying good evening to our friends in London. It's just now 19 minutes after 6 o'clock in London. We're saying good morning, of course, to our friends over there in we're saying good morning to our friends in the Tri-State, New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey, following the action on StrideVisionTV. This now is Section 5. And we look to Abigail Wolf of Ole Childhood, who steps on the gas immediately, leaving everyone in her wake and into the turn. She's running out there out of lane 3. Abigail Wolf. My gosh, look at speed. And Ole Childhood's Wolf running away from the pack, almost a 30-meter advantage. My gosh, 24.87. That's the fastest time of the morning. We'll wait on the official time now for Wolf. 24.86. My gosh. Wolf of Holy Childhood throwing down the gauntlet. As we look at her again, Look at her pump. Look at the arm drive. Leaving everyone in her wake. No one close to her at the moment. My gosh, a good win that time for Wolf of Holy Childhood. That is Abigail Wolf of Holy Childhood. So a prospect to watch later in this season. Finishing second was Daly. That is Brianna Daly of Bustamante, 26.95. And we'll give you the third place finisher in just a bit. And Turner, it is, would finish third. That is Tanzan Turner of Excelsior. So another heat running off as quickly as we could glance, 25-25. So Lavanya Williams, 25-24 now the time for Lavanya Williams. So we're going now to another section on our program of the girls class 200 meters. Lavanya Williams just now of William Nib, winning in 25-44. Interesting days are ahead. The boys will be running later on. So Anissa Dilworth of Edwin Allen leading them off the corner as they come into the straightaway, running there out of lane 2. So seem to be McCormack, Brittany McCormack, 25.93, Brittany McCormack of Bridgeport. So 25.93, still not as fast as 24.86 set by Abigail Wolf of Holy Childhood. So now we look to another section quickly. We look to section 6 of the girls' class 200 meters. In lane 1, Carlita Bernard Montalvernia. Running out of lane 2, Anorika Sinclair of Vere. Lane 3, Jessica Ferguson, competitor 578. She runs out of lane 3, representing Rossies. From Mountain View Avenue, Michaela Coombs, representing Excelsior, running out of lane 4, competitor 208. In lane 5, it is Shakila Cole, representing Bustamante High. St. Catherine's Jerice Allwood runs out of lane 6. And in lane 7, Mavian Williams of the Queen's School. This is section 6 of 8 of the class 2 girls, 200 meters. So the athlete of Mount Alvernia there in lane 2, 24.47. Well, that would be the fastest time so far of the morning. And Bernard, mind you, as we take a look at the replay, look at her form running out there out of lane 1, chased by the rest of the pack. But you can see good coaching here being displayed by this athlete, as the coaches would tell him to pump and continue to keep the stride coming through the line, and she did just that. So Palmer holding the advantage of their technical. Chloe Palmer and Edwin Allen's Alia Clark is in chase, but no catching. There's Chloe Palmer, your winner there. And Chloe Palmer getting 25.58. And Clark 26.41. Take a look at it again. Here is where she begins to leave the rest of the field. And while the athlete of Edwin Allen was closing fast, Chloe Palmer, who is a Class 2 athlete, powerfully built and looking much stronger than the rest of the lineup just now. So section 8 of 8, Lavinia Smith Mount Alvernia, Nellie Bryan Bustamante, Sabrina Brown Mavis Bank, Italia Nelson the Queens, and Carisha Townsend of Alphonsus Davis. Only 4 ladies, but on the inside though, so Smith of Mount Alvernia, that is Lavinia Smith of Mount Alvernia, competitor 5.47 in your picture. 27.02, the winning time. So here is Smith again, running out of lane 2 and looking smooth. As you take a look at this stage, no one else in the picture but Smith, and just easing up there at the line. So now we move to the Class 1 girls. And we'll give you the lineup. So Class 1 girls, 200 meters, are getting ready now. In lane 1, Sheehan Clark Gainstead. Lane 2, Sharika Thomas Glencoff. Lane 3, Daniel Kent, St. Catherine. Vashti Gray represent the Queen's School, running out of lane 4. Ashia Martin, Excelsior, lane 5. In lane 6, Serena Cole, Edwin Allen. She's one to watch. Tashana Yue, Clancarty in 7. And Shea Anderson of Bustamante in lane 8. But only 5 athletes have turned out for the start. And we look immediately to the athlete of Edwin Allen, Serena Cole, the one to watch, as I said before. On the outside, Anderson, Bustamante, closing a little too late. And Cole shutting it down with a time of 24:57. Just a little slower than that of Chloe Palmer of Bear Technical, who ran 25:58, the fastest time of the morning. So Serena Cole, 25:59 winning time. As you look at Serena Cole at this stage of the contest. And just shutting it down while Anderson was closing 25:26, but Anderson was a little too late. Kent 25:71 finished third. To 24.59 for Serena Cole of Edwin Allen. So we move now to section 2 of 4. In lane 1, Cavell Ritchie of St. Catherine. Lane 2, Lejoy Hibbert of St. Jago. Edwin Allen's Shaniqua Vassal runs out of lane 3. In lane 4, Nadia Chance of William Nib. In lane 5, Alicia Duffus, Excelsior. In lane 6, Abigail Blake, the Queen's School. In lane 7, Tiana Edwards, Mona. And in lane 8, Alia Frederick of Wilmer's Girls. This now is section 2 of the girls. Class 1, 200 meters. Away they go, first time of asking. And we look immediately to the athlete of Edwin Allen, who definitely will show the promise in this one like Cole earlier. Look at the athlete there running out of lane 3. Yep. So Vassal the winner there. 25-23. And Chance 25-83. So Chance finishing second and Frederick finishing third. So the victory going to Shaniqua Vassal of Edwin Allen. Finishing second was Nadia Chance of William Nib. And finishing third, it was Alia Frederick of Wilmer's, 25-86. We stand by now to go into another one. And this now would be section 3. Forbes, Sutton, Turner, Barrett, Reed, Gordon, Clark, and Linton. We have 6 competitors reporting for this one. We see the athlete of Rhodes All. That seemed to be Tamika Barrett. But also two out there in lane 8. It is Linton, Makeda Linton of St. Diego. Leads him off the corner into the turn and leads him home. Competitor 7.56 with a flash time of 25.56. Of course, Patrice Clark, who won the last event at Calabar, the 100 meters, a week ago. Would be in this one too, but Frederick, 24.55. Well, that would be the heat before. We'll double check. So we'll look back at the results again. We'll look back at the result again. So it's Frederick. So only 3 athletes in this, the final 8, 4 of 4. McDonald, Mitchell, Harvey, Shaw. So only 3 athletes in this one, and the athlete there in lane 2 would be McDonald of Bustamante, Abigail McDonald of Bustamante. Your winner.
Harvey Olsen excelled second, and Shaw please third.
Seems to be something wrong with the timing system, as we keep getting the result of two heats ago. As we look in our picture there with a gentleman there in the cap and those 2 ladies beside him. The lady to the right is Olive McNaughton, and that's Ed Barnes to your left in the picture. So the 200 meters dash for clubs and institution women. Anicia Richards, representing GC Foster College in 2. Samantha James from Visions in 3. Jura Levy, we've seen brighter days. She runs out of lane 4, representing Legacy Track Club. New Era Track Club, Kedisha Dallas in 5, and Sasha Henry of Swept Track Club running there out of lane 6. So saying good morning to our friends on our Facebook page. And of course those on our YouTube page as well. Saying good morning to you all. So Samantha James of Visions Track Club. So Anicia James, the winner, 24.83. And Samantha James looking good coming off the corner, but had to settle for second spot. 24.83 for Richards. 5:55. So Anisha Richards of GC Foster College, 24:83. I was looking back now at the instant replay. Clubs and Institution women winning the 200 meters, winning the first section. The second section coming up now. In lane 2, Chanel Dawson, unattached. In lane 3, Odisha Nanton, GC Foster College. Tisana Hickling, unattached. She runs out of lane 4. Christian Plummer in 5, competitor 883 representing Vision Track Club. As I look back again at the replay on Anisha Richards of GC Foster College winning there in a flash time of 24:83 and getting that time actually at the end of it all. And back to the section going off in just a bit. Christian Plummer in lane 5 of Vision, and in lane 6 Ramona Hilton of Swept Track Club sent away cleanly. First time of asking. 3 athletes in this one, and the athlete of GC Foster College, Odisha Nanton, asserts herself immediately as they've got 110 meters to go. They turn the corner, and the athlete in lane 3, it is Nanton of GC Foster College, looking large and in charge, pumping, stepping away and leaving the other 2 ladies in a rake and pushing towards the line. 25:32. Good run that time by Nanton of GC Foster College. So double victory for GC Foster College in section 1 and 2 of the women's Clubs and Institution 200 meters. Here at the Queen's Grace Jackson track meet. Nanton 25:31, the final time for Nanton. Of course, we say good morning to our good friend Roger Hasfall. At 18 minutes to 12 Jamaica time, Hasfall would be joining us later on this afternoon. And Roger Hasfall still celebrating with his team having won the ISA Manning Cup competition later on. His team losing to Kingston College in the Manning Cup competition, but Roger Hasfall could still celebrate. Not necessarily in football, because he is the defending, he's part of the support staff of Jamaica College, and JC, the defending champions of boys championship, having won last year. So interesting at this point, we should be having the women's 4x400 meters relay open event. This is the 20th staging of the Queen's Grace Jackson track meet. As we see our good friend Samuel Brevitt getting his Mona High School track team girls organized for this, the mile relay getting set to come up now. And the COVID-19 protocols are in place under the Disaster Risk Management Act. Of course, everyone at the venue required to wear a mask at all times, except when eating, drinking, or competing. And social distance is, of course, also encouraged. As we were reminded by Anik Brown this morning in the interview. Anik Brown is the chairperson of the organizing committee. Olive McNaughton, though, who we hope to get an interview with later on. Olive McNaughton was part of the winning team of the Queen's School that won girls' champs with the legendary Grace Jackson back in 1979. And the last corporate era school to do so. Though we'd have Wilmer's High School for Girls, coached by Michael Carr, winning many corporate era titles on the girls' side. None have come through so far since 1979 to win the girls' title. And very technical, going unbeaten for at least a decade and a half with the Turner sisters. Ines Turner leading the pack, and Ines Turner now coaching Mount Salem High School in the United States and doing well for herself. have captured many a regional title and of course conference titles, and have been able to turn out some good athletes. Of course, we're also seeing the former president of the Jamaica Basketball Association, who is Winston Harvey. At this juncture, though, we would take a well-needed break. And when we pick up the action, I want you to stay with us. All our friends on our Facebook and YouTube page will be reading your comments when we come back. And of course, as we reminded you from the JC track meet some 3 weeks ago, to keep those comments clean and keep them respectful. And we're getting some information that Elaine Thompson, the Sportswoman of the Year here in Jamaica Land We Love, the IWF Track and Field Athlete of the Year on the women's side, and of course the Regional Woman of the Year, Elaine Thompson, will be running today in Europe. We'll get some confirmation on it, and when we come back after this break, we'll be going into the rest of the action for the girls before the boys get into action later on just after 1:30 thereabout, we are told, when the boys will be in action. This is StrideVisionTV, the Queen's Grace Jackson track meet, the 20th staging at the Stadium East Sports Complex. We'll be back after these messages.
There's a new you, ready to make a real change for 2021, and Peaberry Institute is just the place for you. At PBI, you can study nursing, medical assisting, and even become a home health aide. Short programs, flexible schedules, on-campus labs, superb student support services, caring faculty and staff. Bottom line, we care about you. Come, check us out. Financial aid available to those that qualify.
Lasco food drink, so good in so many ways.
I drink Lasco food drink because it tastes great and it gives me lasting energy.
7 grams of protein. That's why I drink Lasco.
While the world waits, let's remember. We will run again. We will freeze in the stands again. And sprint and sweat and fly. And still be late for practice again. We'll meet on the mat again. And be spellbound by legends. We'll witness the haka again and be grateful. We'll watch Dame do Dame again. We'll be cute and turn on to Bolston again. We'll compete again and create again. And when the time comes, we will be ready.
There's a new you, ready to make a real change for 2021, and Peaberry Institute is just the place for you. At PBI, you can study nursing, medical assisting, and even become a home health aide. Short programs, flexible schedules, on-campus labs, superb student support services, caring faculty and staff. Bottom line, we care about you. Come, check us out. Financial aid available to those that qualify.
So we say welcome back to our coverage of the Queen's Grace Jackson track meet here at the Stadium East Sports Complex. And the girls are now standing by for the mile relay. Of course, the action is on StrideVisionTV. So we have in lane 3 Excelsior A, in lane 4 should be Ver A, lane 5 Mona A, lane 6 Rhodes All A, lane 7 St. Catherine A, and in lane 8 Bustamante A. This is section 1 of 2 of the girls 4x400 meter relay open event. It is the penultimate event, or this race as the penultimate race before the break, and then we'll come back with the boys in the afternoon. We don't take your viewership or your participation on our Facebook or YouTube, Twitter and Instagram pages for granted. We don't take your following for granted. We don't take your sponsorship for granted. We thank you so much for supporting what we do at Stride TV. Saying good morning to the folks at Lasco, as well as good afternoon, good evening, or good night to good night to our friends from Adidas, as well as our friends of PBI Berry Institute Inc. in Homestead, Florida. Many persons following Stride Vision in Florida. We say good morning to Mr. Bruce James. Himself is the So Bruce James is at photo finish as we So we're looking at Excelsior there, running out of lane 3. Mona in lane 4. Running there out of lane 5. We'll tell you in just a bit. Lane 5 is Mona. In lane 6 should be Rhodes All. Or that should be St. Catherine. St. Catherine there in the blue. Running out of lane 7. And in lane 8, that's the young lady in purple and white, representing Bustamante. So again, Bustamante in 8. St. Catherine in blue in 7. And with that official talking to that young lady, she's in 6, representing Rhodes All. Then the athlete stooping down of Mona, coached by Samuel Brevet, and of course Excelsior, their technical not represented. So they're called to their marks for the first time. Mind you, the action is on Stride Vision TV, and this is the third stop for our crew in the season. First time of asking for this, the girls 4x400 meters open event. Immediately we look to Excelsior making up some ground, and also too we look at the athlete out there of Bustamante High. They're on the back straightaway, or they're on the back stretch, and it's interesting days ahead as the athlete of Excelsior closing fast and making up the gap quite quickly. So they come now into the straightaway, the athlete of St. Catherine. So St. Catherine that leads the way. Excelsior gone second on the inside. Excelsior still have some work to do, but closing fast. St. Catherine leads the first changeover. Competitor 6-5-7. And Excelsior makes a changeover first. St. Catherine gone second. Bustamante will make that third changeover. followed by Rhodes All, and Mona will make the last changeover. Mona might be disqualified, I'm not sure. Far outside of the zone, we wait to see though. On the backstretch in the meantime, Excelsior from Mountain View. They lead, showing great promise from the first changeover. At least some 30 meters advantage with St. Catherine gone second. Excelsior, the one to catch. Bustamante gone third with Mona moving into fourth spot. But it's Excelsior at the moment. Mona and Rhodes All with a battle at the back of the track, or the back of the field, as we look at Excelsior now coming to make that the second changeover. And unless something unforeseen happens to Excelsior, this is Michael and Lindo now of St. Catherine, goes in chase of the Excelsior athlete. At least a 70-meter advantage between Excelsior and St. Catherine, with Bustamante gone third. Bustamante trailing by at least 130 meters. Mona and Rhodes All battling at the back. Just a matter as to who will finish fourth in this one. But Excelsior in the meantime, well coached by Mr. Riley. Excelsior Eagles flying away. As we see St. Catherine, Michael and Lindo, who won her section of the 200 meters class 3 earlier on, still perhaps too jaded or winded to put in anything at this stage. Less than 20 meters to go, and Excelsior make the final changeover in front. And the athlete with some high stepping immediately. And here is where St. Catherine now will look to close the gap, their strongest athlete on the anchor leg. What will happen as we see Rhodes All now in the purple and white goes in chase of St. Catherine. Excelsior the one to catch at the top of the lane. My goodness, just at the 200 meters mark now, Excelsior leading by at least some 60 meters. And St. Catherine gone second, and here is where Rhodes All will just make their changeover, and Mona seem to have dropped out of this race. But Excelsior Eagles flying home to win this one, section 1 of the girls open event in the 4x400 meters. Excelsior winning, and St. Catherine doing well to close the gap to finish second. 3 minute 51:50 the flash time. So they're finishing second place. 3 minutes 51:55 for Excelsior. So the official time now, Excelsior winning 3 minutes 51:55. Second, St. Catherine 3 minutes 53:37. And third, Bustamante 4 minutes 05.50. The action is on StrideVisionTV. And whatever geographic zone you're joining the commentary and the coverage, we say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night to our friends in Abu Dhabi. They being 9 hours away from Jamaica time. My good friend Chris and Lennox, being the president of the Jamaican family, or the Jamaican diaspora family in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. We say welcome to our coverage, and those in the tri-state of New Jersey, New York, and of course Connecticut. And wicked winter conditions last week, and Jamaica feeling the chills, and only the chills we can speak of, as the conditions are extremely bitter up north in some states. Saw some frozen roads recently and some crashes as well. There was a fire in New York recently in a housing complex, and quickly the FDNY was on the scene. At least 3 persons died. Sorry to hear that. We say good morning to Mr. Cosmo, hardworking official, and the principal of the Queen's School, Jennifer Williams, is on location as well, just overseeing proceedings as we stand by now to go into section 2. So section 2 of the girls 4x400 meters event features Edwin Allen running out of lane 2, Dintil in 3, San Diego in 4, Alphonsus Davis in 5, and William Knibb running out of lane 6. It certainly has been a hectic morning for the It's been an hectic morning for the entire camera crew. So away they go, first time of asking. Edwin Allen, along with the Woolmers, Alphonsus Davis, William Knibb. So make that, so again it's William Knibb, Alphonsus Davis, St. Jago, Dintil, and Edwin Allen, not Woolmers. So William Knibb leading at this stage, my oh my. And gone second so far is St. Jago girls, with Edwin Allen battling that time into third place. They come off the corner and William Knibb leading. And Edwin Allen gone second, St. Jago third, and Dintil fourth. So William Knibb will make the first changeover. Edwin Allen gone second, Alphonsus Davis third. Alphonsus Davis is in the yellow, that's the yellow jersey with the black shorts. But William Knibb leading at the moment. Edwin Allen gone second. They're on the back stretch. And Dintil gone third. Alphonsus Davis fourth at the moment. So William Knibb leading. They come off the corner and into the straightaway. And the athlete of William Knibb was leading. Might have not remember to cut over now. So Edwin Allen with the advantage. William Knibb gone second with some work to do. Alphonsus Davis gone third with Dintil in fourth place at the moment. But Edwin Allen, your leader by at least some now 40 meters or so, with the previous leader William Knibb slipping to second place as a result of the athlete who made the first changeover failing to cut over in time in lane 1 or 2 and was running out there in lane 5, I believe. And at that time Edwin Allen had closed the gap and had enough chance and room to hand over first. Edwin Allen leads still to make now their second changeover. Edwin Allen with William Knibb fading into second place by at least now some 60 meters or so. Alphonsus Davis in third and Dintil in fourth place. But at the moment, Edwin Allen in your picture gone. 2 minutes 56 at this stage. Alphonsus Davis is in third place and Dintil lies fourth. Edwin Allen the one to catch. William Knibb, the previous leader from the first leg, still have some work to do, a whole lot of work to do if they are to catch Edwin Allen, and that seems impossible unless the athlete of Edwin Allen falls to the turf. So Edwin Allen coming into the straightaway. So Edwin Allen coming through to win. So Edwin Allen, your winner, and battling out for second place at the moment, Alphonsus Davis in the yellow and the black, and third would be William Knibb and Dintil closing fast for fourth place. So Edwin Allen winning 3:44.80. So as we stay with the clock, 3:44.80, Edwin Allen. Alphonsus Davis finishing in second place. 3:54.81. And third, William Knibb, 3:57.95. So that now would bring the curtain down on the girls, on the performance of the girls for the morning section here at the Queen's Grace Jackson track meet, the 20th staging, or the 20th renewal if you will. And we'll be going into the competition for the boys later on today. So looking at our clock at 9 minutes after 12 Jamaica time. As we said before, the boys would be running off at about more than an hour from now. At about 1:30, we're told. Didn't get the official program, but we could triple check that in just a bit. At this juncture though, we will take a break, and we'll be coming back in just a bit. But before we go to the break, just to tell you that the 4x400 meters closed the program for the girls today, and it was exciting action. Excelsior winning section 1 in a time of 3:51.55. That's section 1 of the mile relay. Finishing second was St. Catherine in a time of 3:53.37, and Bustamante third, 4:05.50. Winning section 2 was Edwin Allen. And mind you, it was William Knibb who had led for almost the first leg until about 80 meters or so, when a mishap transpired as the athlete from William Knibb was running far too wide and never cut over in lanes 1 or 2 too early, thereby allowing Edwin Allen to come through. Nonetheless, good victory, 3:44.80. Second, Alphonsus Davis, 3:54.81. And third, William Knibb, 3:57.93. So at this juncture though, as we look at the winning William Knibb team, so that's the quartet of William Knibb, showing great promise, as we said before, winning in 3:44.80. At this juncture though, we will be going to a break. Break that won't be too long. After we clear some messages, we'll be back, and then we'll pick up the action as we look forward to the boys section later on this afternoon. Stay with us here on StrideVisionTV.
There's a new you, ready to make a real change for 2021, and Peaberry Institute is just the place for you. At PBI, you can study nursing, medical assisting, and even become a home health aide. Short programs, flexible schedules, on-campus labs, superb student support services, caring faculty and staff. Bottom line, we care about you. Come, check us out. Financial aid available to those that qualify.
Usain Bolt with issues to put behind him. He needs to be absolutely at his best here, or certainly the best that he can be, to even have a chance to get close to Gatlin, one would think. Gay tucked in the middle of the two main protagonists. Men's out! It's very, very tight, but I think he's done it. He's saved his title. He's saved his reputation. He may have even saved his sport. A superhero if he's won it. He's looking up.
Lasco food drink, so good in so many ways.
I drink Lasco food drink because it tastes great and it gives me lasting energy.
7 grams of protein. That's why I drink Lasco food drink.
With 25% of daily calcium requirement, I give my growing boy Lasco food drink.
Growing boy, you don't see he's a big baller. Plus Lasco gives him the power and it tastes nice.
Helps lower cholesterol and that helps prevent heart disease.
In times like these, I have to afford to give my family the nutrition they need and the taste they want. That's why, for so many reasons, Lasco food drink is a must, because I love my family.
A big part of your family.
Love your family with Lasco food drink.
Let me take you back to 2009. Usain Bolt was at the height of his powers, world records were falling like dominoes, and after the Berlin World Championships in August, where he managed to break 3 separate world records, it was difficult to imagine any track meet even coming close to these moments. But then, just 1 month later, that is exactly what happened. On September 20th in Shanghai, China, after a rather slow start, he was trailing slightly behind Asafa Powell. But over the final 50 meters, he sprinted into the record books. With a finishing time of 9.69 seconds, he improved on his previous personal best by 2/100ths of a second, now becoming only the second athlete to ever run under 9.7 seconds. Now, 9.69 on paper is already remarkable, but compare Usain Bolt's world record time of 9.58 with Tyson Gay's new 9.69 performance, we see something that is difficult to believe. From the Tyson Gay up to the 80-meter mark, Gay ran this interval only 1/100th of a second behind Bolt. During this phase, Bolt achieved a historic top-end speed of 44.64 kilometers per hour, which to this day is still the fastest any human being has ever run. However, in Shanghai, China, Gay's top-end speed was a remarkable 44.40. This theory of adrenaline does kind of hold up. Obviously, this quick burst of energy is meaningless unless the athletes are in world-class shape, so clearly, Tyson Gay was more than ready to run this time. Now, for Carmelita Jeter, her race was quite different, but based on her previous loss at the World Championships, it only makes sense that she ran this race as pure redemption. After finishing third to Shelly Ann Fraser-Price and Karan Stewart from Jamaica, Jeter was clearly ready for more racing. Following soon after the World Championships, she ran a 10-point. Athletes have been able to improve upon these times, making September 20th of 2009 quite possibly the fastest day in history. Thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, until next time.
While the world waits, let's remember. We will run again. We will freeze in the stands again. And